There I was, with a big smile on my face, arms out, ready to receive the answer that I was to give to the world to help deal with COVID-19. As I stepped forward, I fell. When I stood up, I found myself in an old shop. I rubbed my eyes and I found myself sitting on a park bench, my head in my hands, tears streaming down my cheeks. At that moment, and I don't know how or why, I realized that I'd been living in a fantasy world, one which I had helped create to help me deal with the mental pressure that COVID-19 was having on my family and me. Contest Jeff, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. What about you? How are you coping with COVID-19? Well, just then, I felt a light tap on my shoulder and I looked round and I saw an old man smiling at me. COVID getting you down? He asked. You're not alone. We've all been there. Here, take a look. He held out a little booklet called 4 Simple Suggestions. He continued, they were given to me by a wise person. Maybe they can help you too. Nothing can help me, nothing, I said. Take a look, he said. Why not give them a try and see for yourself? And with that, he stood up and he walked away. I sat there staring at the booklet and eventually I opened it. 4 simple suggestions. Number 1, go back to study. I started reading. We know you've been out of work, unemployed for some time, and this is not good. You are not alone. Know you this. There will be a future and you have to be prepared. You must reskill, learn new things. Go back to study, for this is the only way. I turned the page to the second simple suggestion. 4 walls. Trapped at home inside 4 walls. We know this is hard on your mental health. Though there may be solutions, it starts with communication. You must get out of your head. You must reach out and speak with your friends and family. You must seek professional help when needed and ask friends what you can do to help them. Improve your communications, for this is the only way. Turning to the third simple suggestion, it said, at home, sat down, long periods, sat down, inactive, a sure way to get COVID to beat you. But you must fight back. You must fight against inertia. Strengthen yourself. You must move. If you can stretch, stretch. If you can walk, walk. And if you can run, run. You've got to do whatever you have to do. Fight inertia. Movement is the key, for this is the only way. And the final simple suggestion simply said, scientists around the world are working hard to beat COVID. Though it might be hard, we must all stick together, follow the rules, wear a mask, stay at home, wash your hands, get vaccinated when it becomes available, follow the science advice, for this is the only way. On the final page, in bold lettering was written, why not give them a try and see for yourself? Well, there was something about these 4 simple suggestions. Was I actually following them? No, I was only following the scientist's advice, none of the others. And what about you, fellow Toastmasters? I ask again, how are you coping with COVID-19? Are you doing any better than I am? Well, I thought to myself, well, what have I got to lose? Why not? Give them a go. And so I did. For the first simple suggestion, back to study, well, I was unemployed and I didn't know what to do. Then I thought, well, I work in IT, why not upskill in AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, a difficult certification program, but I thought, why not? So I made a commitment that I would study between 30 minutes to 1 hour or more per day, as long as it took. For the second simple suggestion, improve communications, I realized that I hadn't been speaking with friends and family as often as I should. So I set myself another goal, to speak with a member of my family or friends at least once a week, and just to check to see how I was doing. For the third simple suggestion, movement, I set myself a goal that I would walk outdoors every day between 10 minutes to 1 hour and see what difference it would make. And well, for the fourth one, I was just going to carry on before, follow the scientist's advice. The last page, though, it just reminded me again to take action, and it appeared to shout out at me, why not give them a try and see for yourself? Right, I said, I will. So how did I do with these 4 simple suggestions? For the first simple suggestion, back to study, I completed the AWS certification. It was a lot of hard work, but just having a purpose kept me going. And not only did I pass, but I also landed a new job. Yes, double result. For the second simple suggestion, improved communications, I now regularly speak with a member of my family, friends, at least once a week, and this has had a massive impact on my mental health, and I feel so much better. Look, it's good to talk. For the third simple suggestion, movement, well, now I walk every day. I track my progress and I feel so much better. I breathe fresh air, and it was just so frightening how unfit I became. And for the fourth simple suggestion, I followed the science's advice. I wear a mask to reduce infecting others, and I recently had the COVID vaccination. So again, fellow Toastmasters, what about you? How are you coping with COVID-19? And about these 4 simple suggestions, why not give them a try and see for yourself? And here's a reminder, go back to study. Maybe there's something new that you would like to learn. Just having a purpose really does help. Improve communications. I'm sure there's friends and family you haven't spoken to in a while who would love to hear from you. Why not give them a call? Movement is the key. Any movement will do, just do it. And follow the scientists' advice. Well, it's hard sometimes, but it's worth it. I don't know what would have happened had I not met the old man and the 4 simple suggestions booklet, but I know that their impact has been very positive on my mental and physical health. And maybe, just maybe, they could do the same for you too. Why not give them a try and see for yourself? Contest chair. Mark, I'll speak directly to you. So, continuation. Well, let's just, as you can see, I have made some changes to the speech, and I don't know if they're going to work. The first thing to note is I used the why not give them a try and see for yourself. I made that as a refrain, and I repeated that several times so I could see if that would become a sticky, something that people would latch onto. Going back to the beginning, one thing I'm not so sure about is whether arms out, ready to receive the answer that I was given to help the world. Not sure if that's a strong enough word, but what I didn't want to do was to use the words 4 simple suggestions there, because that seemed to confuse matters when it came to the old man giving me the book. How come that I got this idea of 4 simple suggestions and plus the book? Not sure about that one. Perhaps if you might have some thoughts on that, that would help. But I thought bringing in a third party, someone who recognized that I had problems, I was sitting in this park bench feeling down and depressed, here offering me a solution, a Yoda type character. This is the hero's journey type of thing. There I am down and out. Here's a solution. And that led me to feeling better. Timing, as I think I just mentioned, I'm really down to the wire with this one. I just timed myself at 7:26. Need to either shave the words off or get faster. Not sure which way to go with that. Anyway, this is a first attempt to try and make it more punchy. I can always go back to the original one, which works, but I thought I'd throw this in just to see what you thought. So I think I'll stop there, let you have a listen to it again and see what you think. And let's catch up next week.